on the roster for Anoka. Handful of seniors, a lot of juniors. Vaughn attacking again. The Cardinals get the stuff, and they get the side out. Foster there for the block. And Kira Radke right there with her too. And perfectly placed after getting the block. Foster goes and puts it right to the corner for a service ace. Foster's serve picked up by Vaughn. They'll get it back to her for the attack. That's tapped back toward the floor. Vaughn again, this time tips it over the block. Cardinals set it up for Nelson. Not a lot on that. Picked up by Lanasa. The attack in the middle. Good for Ivy Manning. That gets a side out for the Tornadoes. Gotta say, I'm impressed. First week of school for Anoka Hennepin School District, obviously, and the Tornadoes traveling well in just their second match of the year. They may have the Cardinals outnumbered in their own house when it comes to student sections. A little discussion and explanation from the official, and now ready to set serve for Kate Trombley. Nelson tiptoes the line, lets it go. There's a Tornado student section. Clearly the blackout. Picked up by Lanasa, desperation pass across. Nelson put it back over. The attack right to the back line for Elena Wilberg. Tornadoes get the side out, get the service back up 18 to 11. So 19 to 10, that's what I thought. And make it 20 to 10. Back to a 10-point lead. Got a little help from the net, but Nelson there pick it up. It still finds the floor. Tornadoes just 4 points away from a win here in set one. Vaughn tried to take a little something off it, took too much off. Cardinals still have life, trailing by 10, 21 to 11. Riley Powers checks back in, heads to the service line. Manassa picks it up near the floor. This one's just pushed across by Manning. Cardinals set it up for Wilbur. Got a piece of the net, but gets the kill. Trying to spark a late rally for the Cardinals. She had to come a ways to the middle to get to it, but put it right where it could not be returned. Another huge stuff at the line. This time it is Natalie Ashworth and Bella Nelson combining to deny Hayden Reeder. A great effort all the way around. Riley Powers, a diving save on the initial attack. A great attempt by Natalie Ratana, but it's a side out for the Tornadoes, 22-13. Wilbur from the left side, picked up by Manning. Reeder On the set, she fired long. It'll be Cardinal point. Natalie Ratana serving for Coon Rapids. Lanasa near the back line. Leaf just maybe thought she was a little closer to the net than she was. Pushed that down too quickly. Reeder attacking through the block, gets the kill. Tornadoes now just 2 points away. Wilberg to serve. Set goes to Reeder again. She found the far corner, and it'll be set point. Wilberg for set point. Nelson over the block, but Lanasa picked it up. Reeder on the attack. Ratana picked it up. Cardinals misplay the pass, and it ends up out of bounds, and that will give Anoka the 25-15 win in set number one. We'll take a break. Be back with the second set after this. You're watching live high school volleyball on CTN.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected.
Howie, do you know why fish are so bad at volleyball? Because they're afraid of the net.
Why me?
Why couldn't the volleyball player cross the road? There were too many bumps. Why was Cinderella kicked off the team? Because she ran away from the ball.
I hate you.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handicaps and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then two noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So Sports Nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And Sports Nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
Did you know that a player will jump an average of 300 times per game of volleyball?
Wow. And I think jumping up to go to the fridge is hard.
The fastest volleyball serve was over 83 miles per hour.
Yikes. If that serve were coming at me, they could have the point. I like my hands. They're dainty.
Huh?
Back at the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse, Cardinal fans looking for a reason to get excited. Their team able to hang on and not just roll over in the late goings of that first set, but Anoka got in front early and stayed there on their way to a 25-15 first set victory. They have yet to lose a set on the season, just their second match. Cardinals would certainly like to turn the tables and start with the lead. Anoka able to get the first 4 points of set one and really never look back. Pushed over by Ashworth. Tornadoes pass it right back, and a couple of kind of sloppy touches by the Cardinals ends up with a carry call and a point for Anoka. Service is long, gives it right back to Coon Rapids. Powers checks in and heads to the service line. Picked up by Lanasa. Waiting on it was Wilberg. Didn't have a lot of power on it. Nelson back the other way. Gave him the change up. The block was too early. And they could do nothing about that one that hit the floor. And it's the first lead of the night for Coon Rapids. Powers continues at the service line. Lanasa picked it up. Waiting on it, Vaughn. Bertana is there. And another carry called against the Cardinals. Evens the score, and the service goes back to Anoka. Piper Vaughn heads to the service line. And she finds a hole in the defense, gets her team back in front. Vaughn, one of the 5 seniors on the Anoka roster. Wilbur bounced it off the block, spun it down the tape and found the floor. Another kill for her. Side out for the Cardinals, and an even score for her team, 3-3. Attack sent way long by Hayden Reeder. Cardinals back in front, 4-3. Reeder didn't miss this time. We're back to even and back to Anoka at the service line. Checking in is Mabel Goslin. She'll play up front, while Ivy Manning reports to the service line. In the middle, Foster's attack partially blocked. Tornadoes set it up for Reeder. She gets it through the block, gets the kill, gets the Tornadoes the lead again at 5-4. Wilbur on the attack, and that was on the wrong side of the post, so Tornadoes make it 6-4 here in set number 2. Ivy Manning continues at the service line. Wilbur's pass just out of the reach of Cavis, and 7-4. Service ace for Manning. Five straight points for the Tornadoes. And the streak will stop there. Big kill for Bella Nelson. That one sent long by Nelson. We'll give it right back. Elena Wilberg going to work at 9-5. Nelson attacking from the back line. A little bit of a missed touch, but the Tornadoes able to recover. Send it across. Powers starts it. Wilbur finishes it. Another nice kill for her from the left side. Wilbur just a junior, but she played a fair amount in last year's varsity lineup. So still young, but with some experience as well. And she has looked pretty good for the Cardinals thus far. Still her team trailing 9-6 in set number 2. Good thought there from Kira Radke at the net. Let's say Ashworth carried it after being blocked, and maybe it did get into her elbows a little bit. Reeder serving. She had a nice run in set 1 from the service line. That one pushed over by Ariana Mock. Big attack and kill for Piper Vaughn. Attack by Mock. And that long pass took him under the net. Net violation gives the Cardinals the point. Foster, a senior, one of the captains for the Cardinals. And another foot violation going over the line in the middle. Coon Rapids back within 3. And an ace for Foster. Unfortunately, the ace followed by a service error. And then Anoka will serve with a 3-point lead. Ava Lanasa, their libero, on the service. Great effort from Cardinal libero Natalie Ratana, going past the bench. Nearly getting red with an uppercut as she went after that one. But the Cardinals could not save it, and it's 13-9. Wilbur's pass too close to the net. Piper Vaughn pushes it to the floor. Anoka up by 5, their largest lead so far here in set number 2. The attack right to the back corner for Ariana Mock. Cardinals get the side up. Lexi Cuevas will serve. Her team again trailing by 4. set in the middle for Ivy Manning, and she knocks it down, gets the service right back for Anoka. Ella Leaf at the service line. Elena Wilberg checks back in up front. And that service is long. Cardinal fans trying to stay active, trying to stay vocal and positive. They're trailing but staying close midway through this second set. Long set for Wilberg. She hammers it through the block. Point side out for Anoka. Piper Vaughn serving for the Tornadoes. And it will not be returned. Coon Rapids has struggled with serve receive. Some communication breakdowns we've seen through the first set and a half, and another long pass. And when Hayden Reeder is lurking about the net, that's usually going to be a tough ending for you. 18-11 the lead for Anoka. Vaughn continues at the service line. Nelson's attack picked up by Vaughn. Back set to Wilberg, and was a little bit behind her, mistimed, and ends up in the net. Cardinal point. Natalie Ratana to serve for the home squad. Pushed over by Wilberg. Ashworth was there. Nelson's attack outside the post. Grace Vu will check in, head to the service line. Nelson got it through the block, and the great effort from Reeder, but could not keep it off the floor. Kill for Nelson. Cardinals back on the service. Nelson's serve picked up by Reeder. She attacks, gets the kill. And she has helped them with a lot of side outs in exactly that situation. Immediate response to giving up that serve. They go right back to Hayden Reeder, and she has been very strong for the Cardinals. Nelson in front of her own bench, but the pass across is out of bounds. Wilberg back to the service line for Anoka, up by 8 now. And again, a service ace, not so much due to the serve, but the miscommunication on the receive. Two players both going for the ball. It ends up spinning away out of bounds, and a 9-point lead, just 3 points away for Anoka to take a 2-0 lead. Foster in the middle on the attack. Kept up by Vaughn at the back line, but not enough to get it over the net. The Cardinals still alive here, down 22-14. Wilbur back to serve. And sent long. Passed across by Mock. Tornadoes let it spin away. Cardinals another chance to serve, down 23-15. Foster to serve. Vaughn picks it up. Leaf tips it over, and it'll be set point for Anoka. They won the first set 25-15, now up 24-15. Ava Lanasa at the service line to try and close it out. Lanasa puts too much on it. Cardinals still alive. Get another chance at the service line. And no pressure, but now they have to be perfect for 8 points, at least, as they attempt to come back from a big deficit late in set number 2. Cuevas serve picked up, and then the set across got the Cardinals off guard. Falls to the floor, and it'll be a 2-0 lead for the visiting Tornadoes. They win the second set 25-16. We will take a break and be back for the third set after this. You're watching high school volleyball on CTN.
Watching your favorite Cardinal sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Back at the field house, the Anoka Tornadoes trying to get out their brooms after winning the first 2 sets, 25-15, 25-16. Coon Rapids coming into the match at 0-6 knew that they were going to be up against a very good Anoka squad. But this has been a rough one in the conference opener, and Tornadoes come out on the attack. Ivy Manning with the kill in the middle. Anoka has had the first point in every set so far. And that'll put Elena Wilberg at the service line. Service error will give it right back to the Cardinals. Again, they set it up for Ivy Manning on the short back set this time, and she delivers again, a 2-1 lead, and Manning will go to the service line. Definitely creates problems for defenses. This Anoka attack is multifaceted. Number of girls that have shown they can be very dangerous. Leaf is blocked, a huge stuff from Maddie Wilbur. Ashworth was there as well. Reeder able to just punch that one over after it tipped the tap of the tape and nearly found the floor. And the Cardinals end up putting it into the net. Matana picks up the serve. Nelson on the attack. And it'll be a kill for the Cardinals. They get the serve right back, tied 3-all. Kira Radke into the contest for the Cardinals. Reeder, so dangerous. Leaves no doubt on that attack. Her team back in front. She struts to the service line, where again, she's been successful. Their team has been successful. She led them on one of their longest streaks of the match so far back in the first set. Wilbur is not going to let this one become a streak. She hammers it through the block. Back to even at 4-all. Ariana Mock back in the front line for the Cardinals. Wilbur to serve. And she's going to get a service ace to put Coon Rapids in front. Their first lead here of set number 3. Reeder had some trouble with that, but the Tornadoes able to pass it back across. Cardinals misjudge it, and it's going to be a Tornado point. Ava Lanasa serving now. Her team has had the better of the play all night. But another service error, another lead for the home team. Lydia Foster, Cardinal captain, serving. Lanasa picks it up. They're going to set it for Wilberg on the left side. Nelson is there. Set in the middle. Ashworth pushes it over. Vaughn, a diving save. Wilberg will play it across. Set for Mock. Reeder able to pick it up near the back line. In the middle. the finish for Ivy Manning. Side out, 6-6 score. Kate Trombley will head to the service line for the Tornadoes. Wilbur on the receive, Nelson on the attack. Sent it well long. Pushed over by Ashworth, and this time it's the Tornadoes miscommunicating and letting it fall to the floor, and we're even at 7-all. Kavas gets back in and heads to the service line. Service error gives Wilberg the chance. Nelson on the attack, huge stuff. Leaf and Manning both there. Wilberg's serve picked up by Wilbur. The attack by Mock is successful. A kill will get the Cardinals the side out. Keep them within one here in set number 3, trying to avoid the sweep. Riley Powers checks in and will serve, trying to get Coon Rapids back to tied. Wilberg picks it up. Attack by Reeder. Powers is there. Wilbur on the attack. Wilberg is there. Reeder gets another kill. Tornadoes to serve with a 10-8 lead. Leaf, a nice dig. She will pass it back across. Cardinals need a diving save, but Nelson able to pass it over. Quick set in the middle of the attack and kill for Mabel Gosling. Manning serving up by 3. Wilbur a diving save. Reeder hammered it back across. Wilbur making another save. But the Tornadoes work it back over. Trombley dumps it in between a couple of Cardinal defenders. And they lead by 4. And a service error against Anoka this time. Ratana serving for the Cardinals. Picked up by Lanasa. Here comes Reeder on the attack. Found that back line. Another kill. She has been a force to be reckoned with tonight for sure. But then you mix in, Leaf has had some nice attacks. Ivy Manning has had some very dangerous and big kills. Piper Vaughn as well. They definitely have a number of different weapons. And a late decision by Riley Powers. Initially thought maybe it was going long, and then a little too late. Be another service error, or ace rather, for Anoka. Vaughn makes it back to back, dropping that one in, a little more spin. Pushes the lead to 6. 4 unanswered. And a bad touch by the Cardinals. Timeout Cardinals. As they find the lead just growing up to 8 now. An 8-2 run for Anoka. The coaches, Rudziditz, Talana on the left and Tia on the right. And there is head coach Chris Fenwick for the Tornadoes, trying to complete back-to-back sweeps to start their season. Cardinals fighting to at least force a fourth set here tonight. I think just their second home match of the season. They were here against, I believe, St. Louis Park, maybe the St. Francis. Here, no, St. Louis Park was here last Thursday. So this is just their second and obviously their first Northwest Suburban Conference match of the season. Vaughn serve picked up by Ratana. The Cardinals passing does not get it back across. Tornadoes looking to push their lead into double digits. They were there for much of the first set. Nelson is stuffed. A great diving save by Bella Nelson, though. Wilberg near the back line. Diving save by Wilbur at the far side. Tapping it over Ashworth. Good pass back across on the dive by Vaughn. Nelson attacks, and that one's long. I don't believe they got to a 10-point lead in the second set. It's another service ace. That has been a big factor for the Tornadoes when they have been able to find separation, is they have had a number of service aces to help them along the way. Now up 20-9 here in the third set. Nelson on the attack, saved by Vaughn. No, it'll spin out of bounds. Bella Nelson at the service line. Reeder picks it up. They'll set it back for her on the left side. She'll chalk up another kill. And Reeder will go back to the service line again, where she has been successful before. That one did not get back around the post. Serve receive has been a bit spotty for the Cardinals. Another ace for the Tornadoes. And a timeout for the Cardinals. 2 points away from being swept on their home floor in their conference opener. Talked a little bit again with Coach Rudziditz before the match, and talking about, you know, it's a young team and a rough start, but the importance of finding those positives and keeping their chins up can be tough at times. And again, new coming in, this Tornado team was pretty impressive. They had handled St. Francis in 3, team that had beaten the Cardinals in 4. This is Jeff Nelson, the super fan. Red is here as well, obviously. And a good timeout as it forces the service error from Hayden Reeder. Ariana Mock checks in up front. Maddie Wilbur at the service line. Attack and kill for Lauren Lafferty, and it'll be match point for the Tornadoes, and they put it in the hands of Ava Lanasa. Nelson picks it up, the serve for Mock. Her attack is wide, and the Tornadoes able to sweep up in the conference opener, 25, 15, 16, and 11. And again, just a tough matchup for the Cardinals. They knew it coming in. They know they will have a lot of these moving through the year. Teams that are more experienced, have more weapons, are just further along in their development as players and as a team. But if the Cardinals can continue to develop their youth and keep themselves finding those positives at the end of the season, they'll be in a better position. Here's where we will be moving forward. Football on the road against Osseo on Friday. Game time starts at 6 o'clock. Don't be late. It'll be here live at 6. We'll have tennis on Tuesday, also against the Osseo Orioles. That's at 4 o'clock. And then football next week back at home, Friday the 13th, under the lights at the Cardinals Stadium against St. Michael, Albertville. But that will do it for this edition of CTN Sports. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. To the entire crew, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.